He imparts knowledge to us on this language of Hebrew, O Lord. Guide him and bless him abundantly so that we also benefit by his teachings. Help us to learn, absorb, and apply in our lives, O Lord. We thank you for all the effort that he puts in to make these sessions so meaningful to each one of us. Help us to concentrate, help us to learn and benefit, O Lord, and let this session go perfectly well. We ask you for your grace on this session. We ask you for your blessings, Lord, and we also pray at this time when we see in the world around us so many things that are happening, from the pandemic to the unrest in the Holy Land, O Lord. We ask you for your intervention and your divine healing touch to our lands and to forgive all our sins. All this we ask in the loving, precious name of our Savior Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, brother. Is my voice loud and clear?
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay, thank you. So from last two sessions, we were looking on Hebrew special letters and vowels. Okay. So nouns and adjectives. Once again, we'll review on noun and adjectives. Okay. Now in Hebrew, this sus is masculine. Masculine singular, that is horse. Can anyone tell me what is the plural form of sus? Plural. Susim.
Susim.
That is horses. Can anyone tell me what is the dual form of sus?
Susaim.
Susaim. Susaim. Note here that for plural, it is im ending, that is hirek yod plus mem sofit. And here, pathak plus hirek yod and mem sofit. That is dual, two horses. Whenever in Hebrew, there is a pair, more than two or three things are mentioning, that is plural, or two things are mentioning, then you have to add aim ending, that is pathak, hirek, pathak, yod and hirek plus mem sofit. Now for feminine noun. Feminine noun, for masculine you have to add just comets hai and it will become feminine. It is a feminine singular mare. Can anyone tell me what is the plural form of susa?
Susot.
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 Susot. Susot is the plural form, that is mares. Very good. Now there are some irregular noun. First of all, we are going to see masculine. What is the irregular noun of av? Can anyone tell me? For av?
Avot.
Avot. Av is the singular form of masculine, that is father, and avot is the plural form, that is fathers. Then similarly, feminine, if we see Isha, Isha is the singular, that is woman. If I have to say woman, that is WOMEN, what is the irregular noun?
Nasim.
Nashim.
Nashim.
Nashim. Nashim, that is plural, woman. Then Bath is the singular, that is daughter. What is plural form of Bath?
Banot.
Banoth. Banoth is the plural form of Bath, that is daughters. Then Gadol. Gadol is the masculine singular, that is great man. If I have to say masculine plural men, then great,
Gadolim.
great men.
Gedolim.
Yeah. Gedolim. Can anyone tell me why there is Shiva under Gimel?
Third vowel should become smaller, shortest possible.
Yeah. The word Gadol is having how much vowels? Can anyone tell me? Gadol.
3.
No, it is a two vowel.
Gadol. Okay.
Gadol. Gadol is having two vowel, that is comets, and second one is holom wow. Correct?
Yes.
See here, this is Gadol. Gadol is having two vowels. First is comets, and second is this is holom. Then we have seen that third syllable back. So which is the third syllable back here? Third syllable back.
Ka.
Since it is a masculine singular and the feminine singular, we have to add a ending. See, this is first vowel, that is gadola. If we add a ending, it will become gadola. But since third syllable back, we have to do as short as possible. That is, you have to shorten it. Then it will become Shiva,
Gedola.
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 Remember that it is third syllable back. First is comets, second is holom, and third this comets will become what it will become Shiva, because the shortest possible vowel is Shiva. Okay. Similarly, because we are adding im ending, it becomes three syllable word. See here, hirek yod, then this is holom wow, and third one is comets. Comets changes to Shiva because of the third syllable back. Gedolim, that is masculine plural, that is great men. Notice the difference between Gadol, that is masculine singular, M-A-N, man, and great man, and Gedolim, that is great men. It is plural form. Notice this change. Then, what is this form, Gedolot?
Female plural.
Plural.
Female plural.
Feminine plural. Correct. It is feminine plural. It is speaking about woman. Woman. So note here also Gedola, that is a ending is the feminine singular, and this oath ending, it is feminine plural. You have to observe this very carefully and note this. In masculine form there is no suffixes added, but in feminine singular, that is a ending. In masculine plural, you have to add im ending, that is hirek yod and mem sofit, and for feminine plural you have to add oath ending. And it becomes plural, women, that is women. Remember this vowel changes. Third vowel back from accented syllable is pointed with short as a vowel as possible. Third syllable back. So third syllable back, the vowel you have to point as short as possible. When the third syllable back vowel is guttural, then instead of Shiva, because guttural do not prefer what? This Shiva. So you have to, what you have to do? Add compound Shiva there. Or you have to put compound Shiva. Now, oh, this is Dawar. Dawar means word, things, or matters. Now this Dawar will change to Devarim, according to this third syllable back, accented syllable. Now this Devarim is in masculine plural, that is words, words. Now Dawar is the word, not the word, and this is Devarim is the words or things or matters. It is plural form. Then Khalom. Khalom means what? Last time I have said
Dream.
dream. Khalom will be Kholomot, since this is the feminine singular. Kholom is the feminine singular. It will change into feminine plural. Now, I have given you last time clue why the Khatib Pathak under Khet is not changed, because it is third syllable back na. This is Holom Wow, this is lesser Holom, and this is Khatib Pathak. Why this vowel has not changed?
Already it is the smallest.
Yeah, but small than this Khatib Pathak is Shiva. Shortest possible vowel is Shiva. Why Shiva is not put over here?
Guttural.
Because it's a guttural.
Yeah, very good. This is a guttural. Khet is the guttural, and guttural refuses what? Guttural prefers A class vowel. A class vowel, not a Shiva. We have seen the verse order, that is Asa is the verb and Yahweh is the subject. Asa Yahweh it hashamayim ve it haaretz it hayam. So we know that in Hebrew verb comes first, then subject, and then object. In Hebrew grammatical thought processes, in that the most important value or the importance is given on verb rather than subject or object. So remember that verb is the very important. So in 80 to 90% of the cases, not all I am saying, 80% cases, you will find the verb first, then subject, and then object. So this is VSO is the word order of Hebrew. Then this also last time I have explained. Hatova Asher Asa Yahweh Li Israel. Le Israel. The good which or that Yahweh made for Israel. So here also, since it is a subordinate clause, the main clause is the word order is VS only. So here also the verb is the predominant in the case. This is Exodus 18:9. Okay, last time we have started the adjectives, nouns and adjectives. What is the adjectives? Can anyone tell?
A word which describes the noun.
Yeah, the word that describes the noun, or we can say it describing words. So in Hebrew, if we see only the two types of adjective are related, that is attributive adjective and predicative, which is also known as predicate adjective. This attributive and predicate adjective you will see in biblical Hebrew grammar. So here the word says the attributive adjective is employed as a modifier qualifying the noun which it describes. Can anyone tell me what this sentence describes? The attributive adjective is employed as a modifier qualifying the noun which it describes. Yes? Okay.
It's
We'll
the
see.
word before the noun.
Yeah, word before the noun. Or we can say that it is it precedes the noun. It comes before a noun. So the adjective follows the noun it qualifies. Now here I will take an example and then you will come to know, and it will be very clear to you what this sentence is telling. Attributive adjective is employed as a modifier qualifying the noun which it describes. Now here we'll read the sentence. Hadawar, Hagadol, Hadze. Say after me. Hadawar,
Adawar,
Dawar,
Hagadol,
Agadol,
Hadze.
Adze.
Hazze.
Now, in this great words or these great things, we can translate it as. Now tell me what is the adjective in this sentence, this great word.
Great, sir.
Great. Now in this great is the adjective.
Gadol.
Great is the adjective. And what is noun here? Eh?
Dawar.
Dawar is the noun. Now, dawar is, what is the number and gender of dawar? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, feminine.
masculine singular. No, masculine singular.
Masculine singular. One is saying feminine, one is saying masculine singular. Which is correct?
Masculine singular.
Yeah, masculine singular is the absolutely correct, because here dawar, it is not having any suffixes over here. There is no a ending. Okay, so it is masculine singular. Noun is the masculine singular. Now the adjective which is employed over here, the adjective, it must follow the noun it modifies. Adjective must agree in gender and number. Now adjective, if we see gadol, this ha is the article, we know it. Ha is the article. Now this gadol is, can you anyone tell me gender and number? Ab gadol,
NP.
Singular.
ENS.
Singular.
Masculine singular.
Masculine singular.
See, because noun is masculine singular, the adjective which is working as a modifier, the noun which it qualifies is also masculine singular form. Okay, here we cannot say it is gadola or gedolot. It is masculine singular. Therefore, attributive adjective will always follow the noun in gender, number, and definiteness. What is definiteness? Can anyone tell?
Article.
Article. Now dawar is the noun, is having article. Therefore, the adjective will also have article. And the demonstrative pronoun, this is ja, is the demonstrating pronoun, that is this. And this is a demonstrative pronoun. This demonstrative pronoun will also act as an adjective. This also act as an adjective.
Oh.
But in attributive adjective, always remember, note down the point, in attributive adjective, it will always follow the main adjective. This demonstrative pronoun will always follow this attributive adjective. It will not come before. This is the first word in English translation. If we see this great thing, now hadze means this, it will not come here. It will not come before hadawar, but it will always follow after the attributive adjective. This is hagadol, this is attributive adjective, and after that it will come. But in case of predicative adjective, if I remove this hagadol, I can say hadawar haze. these words or these things, this thing we can, and that time it will act as an adjective. Haje will act an adjective, predicate adjective. But here in this case, Hagadol is the attributive adjective, remember, and it is following. Now, note down the sentence which I am quoting for pointing out the attributive adjective. Note down. Attributive adjective will always agree the noun it qualifies in gender, number, and definiteness. In gender, number, and definiteness. Can anyone, I request all to repeat after me. Attributive adjective
The attributive
Attributive
adjective
always follow a noun it qualifies
always follow
Always
a
follow the
noun
noun it qualifies.
in
qualified
gender, in gender,
in gender,
In gender,
number,
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 and its definiteness.
and
and its definite.
What is definiteness? If noun is having
Article.
article, adjective will also have an article, and even the demonstrative pronoun will also have an adjective. If a noun is without article, then this adjective will also have without article. Remember this. Now, can anyone tell me this? Habama Hagedola. Habama Hagedola. Okay, now anyone tell me what is the number and gender of Bama?
Feminine singular.
Feminine singular. Very good. Why? Because it is comet
Ah,
ending.
yes.
A ending. Now, this Bama means a height, or we can say here in this context it is used as a shrine. Bama means high places or heights. So Gedola. Now Gedola is, tell me the gender and number of Gedola.
feminine singular.
feminine
Yes,
singular.
yes.
Feminine singular. Everyone is clear why there is a Shiva under Gimel? Everyone is clear?
Yeah.
Third vowel.
Third
Vowel
one.
back. Third vowel back. First, second, and third. You have to put as short as possible. Now, here, this Gedola is the feminine singular. Why this adjective is feminine singular? Because the noun is feminine singular. Now, does the noun has an article?
Yes.
So, is the adjective is also having article?
Yes.
Okay. See its agreement. Adjective is agreeing with noun in gender, in number, and definiteness. This is the clue to identify the attributive adjective in biblical text. This is the clue. And this is 1 King 3:4, the great shrines. The great shrines. Now, this third example we are going to see. Hasarot Harishonot. Hasarot Harishonot. Now tell me this Sarot. Sarot means distress or enemy. Actually, the word Sarot or Sarar is used for enemy or trouble, pain, distresses. So for that purpose, this is the noun actually. So now this ending of Sarot, what is the number and gender?
Feminine plural.
Feminine plural.
Everyone?
Yes.
Feminine plural. Because of which ending?
Oath.
Oath ending. Because of oath ending, it is feminine plural. Now, Harishonot. Actually, the root word is Rishon or Rashon. Rishon is the root word. That means former or the beginning or the first one, first thing we can say. Actually, the cardinal number is Rishon and the numerical number is Ikhad. Ikhad means one, but Rishonot is the cardinal number. That means first or the former. So, what is the gender and number of Rishonot?
Feminine plural.
Feminine plural. See their agreement. See the
Feminine
agreement.
plural.
Yeah, watch the agreement, because noun is feminine plural, therefore this adjective is also feminine plural. Adjective is also feminine plural. The noun has an article, adjective, attributive adjective also has an article. Watch the article. Why this article pathak is changed to comets? Because of the guttural which it refuses doubling the agesh. So the former distresses, that is in I, you will find this quote in Isaiah 65:16. So remember this first rule, that is attributive adjective is employed as a modifier qualifying the noun which is describes. And the second, which I have already explained you, that the attributive adjective is it agrees with the noun in number, gender, and definiteness. Number, gender, and definiteness. Now, anyone is having any doubt to for understanding this number, gender, and definiteness? If you will not understand number, gender, and definiteness, you will not understand nouns and adjective.
Previous one, other first,
Okay,
yeah, the
which this statement? Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, sister, what is your doubt?
yes, yes. I just want to know why this becomes a comet. Haro,
Okay,
harashi.
Harishonot, this one.
Mm, yeah. Why the ha becomes a comet?
Why the ha?
Yeah, here it is ha arosh. Here it becomes a comet. So I just want to.
Yeah,
It's not
it
a
is,
patak.
yeah, not pathak, because it is guttural, na? So it refuses doubling the agesh, so it is heightened to
Okay.
comets. Okay,
Okay. Take that.
so this is a very important, the attributive adjective. It agrees with the noun in number, gender, and definiteness. Number means singular and plural. And the third one, which I have told you, is the common. Common refers to both feminine and singular. Masculine and feminine. The number, it refers, common refers to both. Gender, there is only two genders in Hebrew, that is masculine and feminine. And third one, as I have told you, common refers to both masculine and feminine. But there is no neuter, as it is in, unlike in Greek. In Greek, it, in English, if I say it, he, she, it, they, or it, in Greek, that is neuter. It is given neuter. But in Hebrew, there is no neuter form. And definiteness means article. Now, tell me this maim. Maim means water. So this is in which form? What is the gender and number of this noun maim?
Masculine plural.
Masculine
Plural.
plural. So this adirim is also having, this adjective is also having the masculine plural. See here, im ending, masculine plural. Mighty waters, that is Exodus 15:10. Now note here that this maim does not have an article, so this adjective will also not have an adjective. So it must agree with the noun. Adjective must agree with the noun. Attributive adjective will also will always agree with the noun in gender, number, and definiteness. Now, ha mishpacha, hara'a, hazot. Hamishpacha, hara'a, hazot. Can anyone tell me the mishpacha? What is the gender and number of mishpacha?
Feminine,
Feminine.
singular.
Feminine,
Singular.
feminine, singular. Okay, feminine, singular. Now, what is the this adjectives gender and number?
Feminine, singular.
Feminine,
Singular.
singular. Now, what is this zot? Does it have feminine plural ending?
Plural. Feminine, plural.
No, actually, this zot is the demonstrative pronoun.
Pronoun.
It is a demonstrative pronoun. See, at the end, they have given the demonstrative pronoun. Zot is the demonstrative pronoun. See, the adjective is feminine singular. So this because of the noun which is feminine singular, and its demonstrative pronoun is also considered as feminine singular. This evil family or clan, that is in Jeremiah 8:3. This Ra'a means evil. Ra'a means evil. Family is mishpak, or this is the word used for family or clan. Mishpak. So, and last time I explained you that because this is the demonstrative pronoun, and in this context in Jeremiah 8:3 it is so definite that the in English translation the article becomes zero element. Can anyone read this? Very interesting this is.
Elohim,
Hmm.
Zadik,
Sadiq.
Sadiq.
Sadiq or Sadiq. Elohim Sadiq.
Sorry.
Now, tell me, Elohim, you know it is noun and Sadiq is an adjective. So, what is the gender and number of Elohim?
Masculine.
Masculine.
masculine plural,
We know that im ending is
Plural.
plural. So, what we have to consider then? So note down this point in biblical Hebrew. Whenever it is referring to the true God, it is singular. It is considered singular. Remember, in biblical text, in biblical Hebrew, in all Tanakh, you will find whenever it is referring to true God, it is always considered as masculine singular. For example, the first word of the Bible, which says Bereshit bara Elohim. Now that bara means he created. That is masculine singular word, and therefore the Elohim is also masculine singular. Although it is im ending in Bible or in Tanakh, it is whenever it is referring to true God, it is always singular, and therefore adjective will not find the im ending. It is not sadikim or Sadikim. Can you find in adjective im ending?
No.
No, sir.
No. Why? Why it is so? Because the Elohim refers to the true God, masculine singular. Although it is having the plural ending, it is considered to be a true God, masculine singular, righteous God. Hmm? The translation is righteous God. It is in Psalm 7:9. Righteous God. Now, note down over here, whenever it is capital G, capital God, it refers to true God, but Elohim also refers to a foreign deity or the heathen god. Whenever it refers to heathen god, it will, you will see that it is referred as small g, so small god. Okay, so that time it becomes plural. For example, you can say Astoroth. Astoroth. Can you find this word in Bible? Astoroth.
In kings.
That is the feminine deity. It is a plural because of the oath ending. Feminine deity. So that refers to a feminine god, small god. But whenever a true God is referring, it is always capital God, and it is a masculine singular. Remember this. All the grammatic laws are exception for Elohim or for Yahweh. Now, attributive adjective, it agrees with the noun in number, gender, and definiteness. Next example we'll see. Now, can anyone pronounce this?
Yenaim,
I9.
Enaim,
E9.
Are,
Iverot.
Avarim, Avarot,
Ire. Yevi.
Avarot,
Iverot. Averot.
Ivarot,
Iverot.
Yenaim, Ivarot.
So it's a E-man and not.
Feminine. This is feminine. Plural.
What happened?
Brother, are you there?
Oh no, I think he's,
Yes, not there.
yeah.
Brother, we are not able to hear you.
I'll give him a call.
I think he's got logged off.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
There was power failure.
Okay.
Okay. We were seeing Inaim. Tell me. Inaim.
Yenaim,
E9.
Inaim.
Name Ivarot.
Ivarot.
Ivroth. Inaim Ivroth. Am I audible and voice
Yeah,
is
you're
clear?
audible. You're
Yes.
audible.
Yes.
So here, tell me what is the gender and number of Inaim?
Dual.
Dual. It means what? Inaim means what?
Two eyes.
Two eyes. Two eyes. Now it is a dual. Inaim, that is two eyes. Can anyone remembers that whenever there are two pairs speaking about the human body, so it refers to what? What is the number? What is the gender of that two pairs?
Masculine.
Pardon?
Masculine gender.
No, it is a feminine.
Okay.
It is a feminine. Whenever it refers to the two pairs or two eyes, that is pair of the eyes. It is actually a dual, means it actually refers to the two eyes. Inaim means two eyes. So it is feminine plural. The true gender is feminine plural. So what is Ivroth? Iver means what? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning, root meaning of the Iver? Iver means blind. Blind. Now, what is the gender and number of this Iver?
Feminine plural.
Feminine plural, because it must agree the genuine gender of the noun. What is the genuine gender of the noun?
Feminine plural.
Feminine.
Plural.
Feminine plural, because there are, this is more than two, more than one, that is two eyes. Two eyes, so that is feminine plural, although it is having im ending, im ending, that is dual. Although it is a dual, or we can get confused with im ending, that is masculine plural, but its true gender is feminine plural, or it is true gender is feminine. Whenever you always remember this, that whenever there are two eyes, two ears, the pair is speaking about the human body parts, it is always referring to the feminine noun. So we can translate it as two blind eyes or blind eyes in Isaiah 42:7. Now read this.
Nashim
Machine.
Machine.
Ravot.
Nashim Rabot.
Rabot.
Repeat after me. Nashim
Nashim.
Ravot.
Rabot.
Both. Now tell me, now in previous case, see, this attributive adjective do not have an article, so noun, because noun doesn't have an article. Watch this. Now here, what is the gender and number of Nashim?
Feminine plural.
Feminine,
plural. Irregular.
but sister, it is having im ending.
So it's masculine plural.
Irregular.
Irregular.
Yeah, irregular noun. Very good. It is irregular noun. This Nashim
Women.
means what?
Women.
Women.
WOMEN. So the true gender adjective must agree. So what is the ending of this Ravot?
Feminine plural.
60.
Feminine plural.
Plural.
Feminine plural. Many wives. Judges 8:30. Many wives. Okay. So remember that attributive adjective always agree with the noun it qualifies in gender, number, and its definiteness. Gender, number, and definiteness. Anyone is having any doubt about the attributive adjective? See, attributive adjective, the simple thing to remember, it attributes something. For example, he wears a red coat. Now this red is an attributive adjective which attributes to the coat, the quality of the coat. He wears a red coat. He carries a blue or red balloon, so that this attributes towards the noun.
Yes.
Okay, can anyone tell me this? Actually, this is not from. Whenever you will find a star, actually, I'm not given the star. Whenever you will find star after this, okay, can you star?
Oath.
Now, this refers that it is not a context, or it is not the text taken from Bible.
Oath.
Oath.
Atovim.
Yes, tell me. Oath means what? Pardon?
Feminine plural. Yes.
No, it is an irregular noun.
Okay.
Avot,
Others.
father.
Masculine.
Fathers. Avot is fathers. It is an irregular noun, although it is having a masculine plural ending. Oath. It is an irregular noun. Hatovim must agree the genuine gender of the Avot. What is the genuine gender of the Avot? Masculine, plural.
Masculine plural.
So Hatovim is having, can you see the im ending? Masculine, plural, im ending. Getting?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the translation?
Good fathers.
Yeah,
The
good, the good fathers. Good fathers. Now see here, it is having an article, noun, so adjective also have an article, because this is guttural over here, so it is heightened to comets. Now, the predicate adjective is used as a predicate in association with the noun. Normally, it precedes the noun. Now, I will tell you, whenever there is predicate adjective is used, whenever you will see that the predicate adjective is used, it is always used as a predicately. It is always used as a predicately, and normally it precedes the nouns. And one more clue to remember whether that is predicate adjective or not is whether it precedes or succeeds, it doesn't carry an article. It doesn't have an article. It doesn't have an article. Now, read this.
Tov. Hado.
Adavar.
Now, Tov
Adavar.
Hadawar. Tov Hadawar. Okay, can you tell me about the which is the noun over here?
Davar.
Davar.
Mobile.
Adav.
Dawar. Dawar is the noun.
No, Davar is a noun. Yeah.
Hmm. Now tell me, what is the gender of dawar? Gender and number.
Masculine. Singular.
Singular.
Masculine,
Singular.
singular. Okay. Then what is the gender and number of adjective? Which is the adjective?
Two.
So,
So,
To. To is then adjective. What is the gender and
Singular.
number of adjective?
masculine. Singular.
Masculine.
Masculine,
Singular.
singular. Masculine, singular, because it doesn't have any suffixes. Okay. So it is masculine, singular. Now, to is masculine, singular, and dawar is the masculine, singular. Okay. So predicate adjective always agree with the adjective in gender and number, but not in definiteness. Now, dawar is having article. So this to is anarthrous. Anarthrous means not having an article. Can you see the article over to?
No.
Mm.
So how will you translate? What is the translation?
The good words.
good word.
Good.
Word.
The will come or not?
The word is good.
Word is
The word is good.
Oh.
That is the difference between attributive adjective and predicative or predicate adjective. See, always this is. What is this is the verb. It is to be provided. The word is good. The word is good, because this to is used here as a predicate. It is used as a predicate. So remember, to identify predicate adjective, first clue is that adjective is anarthrous or it doesn't carry an article. It must agree with gender and number, but not in its definiteness. Even though noun is having article, adjective will not have an article. Getting? Even noun is having article, adjective will not have an article. Any doubt regarding this?
How would it be if it was an attributive?
Pardon?
If it was attributive adjective, how would it have been? It would have been hadavar. And
Hadavar
then-
hato.
That the attribute would have come
Hadavar
after
to.
hato, right?
Yeah, hato.
Okay.
Article would have been here. Hadavar hato. First noun would have
Right.
come and then adjective. Okay.
Right.
But since it is a predicative or predicate adjective, so here we see that the word is good. This is verb is applied
But something
that's to be is higher. That means verb he doesn't employ. Okay.
Your voice
Sir,
is
your
breaking.
voice is not clear.
Your voice is resonating.
Right, Floyd. Right. Okay, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we were seeing that the predicate adjective is used as a predicate in association with the noun normally precedes. Now, anyone was having any doubt?
I think you have to put out one device because the two devices are very close by, and that's why they are they're echoing.
Yes. Yes.
You try speaking now.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. End kar meeting. Is there echoing?
Just say something more, Pastor.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better, much better.
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So remember that in predicative adjective, the adjective you'll always find it anarthrous or without having an article. So verb you have to supply. This verb, that is present tense verb, that is am, is, are, you have to supply by context. So this verb known as copula. In workbook, if you see these verbs, that is am, is, are, these are known as copula, and copula in Hebrew is usually implied by the context and must be supplied in English translation. It must be supplied in English translation. You cannot say the word good. The word good. No. You have to supply this verb, that is am, is, or are. This word to indicate the present tense, you have to supply the verb. Now, can anyone read this?
Yeah. Rabim Hagoim
Rabim,
Haile.
Hagoim, Haile.
Haile.
Haile. Now, what is the noun over here? Which is the noun? Rab. Rab means many. Goim means nation. Ile means this. Can anyone tell me which is the noun over here?
Nations are calling.
Hagoim. Hagoim
Hagoim.
is the noun over
Hagoim.
here. Okay. Hagoim. Now, what is the Gender and number of going.
MP.
Pardon?
Masculine plural.
Masculine.
Masculine plural. Now Rabim. Rabim is adjective. What is the gender and number of Rabim?
Masculine plural.
Masculine plural. Does it agree with the noun?
Yes.
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 Does it agree with the article?
No.
Now
No.
Rabim, the nations.
No.
This is having article. Does it have article?
No.
This is the clue to find out or to indicate that this is an predicative adjective. Getting?
Mm.
It must agree in gender and number, not in definiteness. It will, predicative adjective will never agree in definiteness. Okay. Now this predicative adjective, it will precede or succeed. That doesn't matter. Now here you see to is a preceding the noun. Sometimes you'll find this adjective which is succeeding the noun, but it must not agree in its definiteness. That is the clue to remember it. Okay. Now, how do you translate this?
These many nations.
Hmm. The nations are many. The nations are many. Now, what is the translation of Hagoim? The nations. Okay, because it is a plural. The nations. Hmm? Now, this is Rabim. Hmm? This is Rabim. Rabim means many. Hmm? Rabim means many. Actually, here it is not the. Okay. I'm audible, no?
Yes, you're audible.
It's one change I have to make because this ha-ile is the word and its translation is these nations are many. Ha-ile means these. Okay. These nations are many. Now, have you any query why there is no article over here? Again, because of this demonstrative pronoun. Now, ile means these. Ile means these. Now, these is so definite. The situation over here, the context over here is the so definite situation that the article element in English translation again here became 0. So Rabim, Hagoim, Ha-ile. These nations are many. These nations are many. Now see here, this Hagoim is the predicate adjective. Sorry, the Rabim is the predicate adjective and it is anarthrous. It doesn't have an article. Okay, watch for this. Now, next example.
Arim.
Hey.
Arim.
Arim.
Bezerit. Zerot.
Betsurot.
Bezerot.
Betzerot.
Betsurot.
Betsurot.
Now, tell me what is the actually Ir means city. Ir means city. What this
Masculine,
Masculine plural.
plural.
which
Masculine, plural.
masculine plural? Then what is the gender and number of
This
Beth
feminine
Surot?
plus
Feminine,
Feminine.
plural.
plural.
There is something wrong over here.
Hmm.
No, nothing is wrong, because this Beth Surot is giving the true gender of Arim. Arim. Actually, the word used, the gender used for city is always feminine. Always feminine. Whenever you say in general example also, whenever the city is identified or city is referred, it is always feminine. So here it is feminine plural. Arim is the feminine plural. It is irregular. Once again, irregular. And note the unaccented ein about the article. Article rule, unaccented ein. What you have to put? Hey with Segal.
Second.
Getting?
Hmm.
Hey
Yes.
with Segal. Because this a is unaccented. Ein is unaccented. So what is the translation? The cities are fortified. The cities are fortified. Bet Surot means fortified. So watch here. The noun is having article, and this bay is not preposition. Don't get confused over here. Bet Surot, the word used for fortified. Okay. So this oath ending is the feminine plural because of the true gender of Arim, that is the city, the cities. The cities are fortified. That you'll find in number 1328. Any doubt? We're closing the session. Any doubts? See here. Here are, is, again are. These verbs we have to supply in predicate adjectives. You will not find a separate word. Haya. Haya means he was, he is, or he will be. That haya word you will not find used over here. So that you have to supply according to the context in English translation. Yes, any doubts? Otherwise, we'll close. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes.
If there is no doubt, then two things I can predicate. That first is you understood everything, or second thing you didn't understand anything.
Rather that word, ir,
Which?
this, the last one, the cities are fortified.
Yeah,
And that the first one, city means ir, right?
ear. Yeah,
So here it is,
Arim.
Hey.
Arim.
arim.
Highly, highly, high.
so ir, and otherwise it would be just
This is irregular noun, sister.
irregular.
Yeah, because of the irregular noun, you
Okay, for
find
city.
the ending im.
Okay,
Because of
otherwise
that.
it's feminine. Okay,
Yeah, otherwise, always remember the true genders as name of the cities, the
cities.
body part. They are always feminine.
Okay.
Okay, one homework I will give you apart from our workbook. I request all of you to read Psalm 103 from 1 verses 1 to 5. Okay, verses 1 to 5, and find out nouns and adjectives. Okay. Even though you will not find adjective, you can find out conjunctions, numbers. So this is the homework which I'm giving you. Read Psalm 103 and verses 1 to 5. In that you will find many verbs, not and adjectives. So try to read the Psalm 103, verse 1 to 5, and also find out its meanings. Also translate it into English language. Okay. Thank you. Can I request Sister Sangeeta to close the session?
हेलो
हाँ सिस्टर.
हाँ ब्रदर, मेरा आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है क्या? मुझे बिल्कुल
हाँ,
भी सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था. ओके फाइन. हालेलुया. धन्यवाद प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद यीशु. प्रभु जी धन्यवाद देते हैं, स्तुति करते हैं परमेश्वर कि तू भला है और तेरी करुणा सदा की है प्रभु. जैसे दाऊद कहता है कि हे मेरे मन यहोवा को धन्य के और उसके किसी भी उपकार को न भूलना. परमेश्वर इस समय हम किए हुए तेरे प्रत्येक उपकारों को स्मरण करते हैं और तेरे पवित्र नाम को धन्यवाद देते हैं खुदा. परमेश्वर इस समय हम धन्यवाद देते हैं प्रभु जी इस सुंदर सी सहभागिता के लिए जो तूने हमें दी है खुदा बाप. परमेश्वर जैसे तेरा वचन कहता है प्रभु जी, हर एक भली वस्तु और हर एक उत्तम वस्तु प्रभु जी वो तेरी ओर से आती है. और हम विश्वास करते हैं प्रभु जी जो कुछ भी पिता परमेश्वर हम सीख रहे हैं खुदा, ये तेरी ओर से हमारे जीवन के लिए योजनाएं हैं. परमेश्वर हम प्रार्थना करते हैं जो भी हम सीख रहे हैं प्रभु जी उसको स्मरण में रखने के लिए प्रभु, उसको समझने के लिए बुद्धि दे खुदा बाप. हालेलुया. इस समय विशेष रीति से प्रभु जी प्रत्येक भाई बहन जो जुड़े हैं प्रभु जी, हम तेरी कृपा को मांगते हैं खुदा कि पिता परमेश्वर हम इस भाषा को समझे प्रभु जी और तेरे और करीब आने का और तुझे और करीबी से जानने का परमेश्वर हम यत्न करें खुदा बाप. इस समय हम प्रार्थना करते हैं भाई राहुल के लिए परमेश्वर. हम धन्यवाद देते हैं प्रभु जी कि तूने उनको हमारे बीच में रखा प्रभु जी और ये पवित्र भाषा सिखाने के लिए प्रभु वो हमारी मदद कर रहे हैं. धन्यवाद. और जैसे प्रभु जी तेरा वचन कहता है कि जो दूसरों की खेती को सींचता है उसकी आप सींची जाएगी. परमेश्वर हम प्रार्थना करते हैं इस वचन को लेकर प्रभु जी, जैसे वो प्रभु जी हमें तैयार कर रहे हैं तेरे निकट आने के लिए प्रभु जी, हम प्रार्थना करते हैं कि उनकी हर एक जरूरतें तुझ में होकर पूरी होने पाए. किसी भी भली वस्तु की घटी उनके जीवन में ना होने पाए खुदा. उनको बहुतायत से तो आशीषित कर प्रभु जी. और हम विशेष रीति से प्रार्थना करते हैं प्रभु हमारे भाई बहनों के लिए, हमारे जान पहचान के लोगों के लिए परमेश्वर, जो भी इस बीमारी से जूझ रहे हैं परमेश्वर, तेरा विशेष अनुग्रह उन पर हो, तेरी चंगाई भरी हाथ उन पर आने दे प्रभु जी. और पूरी चंगाई हम बोलते हैं यीशु के नाम से उनके जीवन में खुदा बाप. प्रभु दया कर. और हम विश्वास से डिक्लेयर करते योग 22:28 के अनुसार कि परमेश्वर ये महामारी बहुत जल्द खत्म हो रही है परमेश्वर, और हमारा देश फिर से एक बार प्रभु जी इन सारी बातों से परमेश्वर उभर कर आ रहा है. धन्यवाद देते हैं. सारा आदर महिमा गौरव तुझी को देते हुए ये प्रार्थना ईश्वर के सामर्थ्य नाम में मांगते हैं. आमेन.
आमेन.
Laila to everyone.